What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today I wanted to go over all my remaining pre-orders I currently have, as well as some statues that are maybes for me. A lot of stuff lately, I don't actually pre-order it per se. Some I do, but I will talk about what statues I plan to pre-order and some maybes. Like right now, Boromir is a maybe. The only place I can put this is down low, and with this particular pose down low, I feel like I wouldn't see anything super good. And so I'm kind of waiting. I may get this, maybe not. I mean, I like it, but this is something I just feel like wouldn't look good down low, and that's the only place I could put it. All right, no, we're going the wrong direction. All right, so this is one I need to eventually pre-order if it ever actually comes out for pre-orders. There's still no, pre-order. We've only seen concepts. Who knows if, this is ever actually going to go up for PO by PCS. I hope it does, because I really want, Underworld, Celine, Kate Beckinsale, 1/3 scale statue. If it does, it's definitely mine. This one is like a maybe just because I really freaking like this, but I don't have space. But the KD Goku versus Vegeta 1/4 diorama, I think this is one of the best looking DBZ statues I've ever seen. However, it just doesn't fit in my display, and I wouldn't sell anything for my display just because everything in my display has a very distinct purpose and it fits good. This is a very tall piece, 37 inches. And I just don't know where I would put something like this, but I absolutely love this. Another maybe is the Cave Troll 1/4 by Prime 1. I mean, this is probably a no, simply due to the size. But I do think this is one of the coolest statues I've ever seen. I freaking love it to death. I want to get, who knows, maybe they'll make some dimension changes and somehow I can miraculously fit this somehow. But I absolutely want this. I've always wanted a 1/4 Cave Troll. I almost bought the custom. If you guys remember, I did a bunch of videos back in the day almost buying it. This is significantly better, includes 2 orcs, much better base, better detail. But it's definitely something that's on my, I am definitely interested. And this is one I will buy 100%. It's just not up for pre-order yet, but I definitely will buy this. I think this is the best life-size silicone bust Queen has ever done. But it's not for PO yet. All right, now we're looking at official pre-orders and or stuff I'm getting, but I didn't want to throw a deposit down. So this one I do have it pre-ordered. Gandalf Ultimate, this got delayed. I'm hoping this will arrive towards the end of the year, but we shall see. Still hasn't started shipping yet, but very much looking forward to this. It's quintessential to my Lord of the Rings setup. Arnold, this is pre-ordered, paid in full, just waiting for it to ship. It's from a U.S. retailer, and we have a perfect spot for it. So yeah, just waiting for this to come in. I know it's finished. It's probably just on a boat. Last of Us, got this pre-ordered direct through Prime 1. Very, very excited to get this. It's one of my few final video game pieces I have on pre-order right now until we get some other things. Liquid Chrome T1000 by Darkside. I also have this paid in full on pre-order. So knowing Darkside, I mean, this is probably 6 months to a year out, but, I got it paid in full, ready with a U.S. retailer. So, it's part of my quintessential Terminator line. I got every piece on pre-order for Terminator. Yeah, this one, this will be the first of the Prime 1 to ship. Hopefully it ships by the end of the year. But very much looking forward to this. I've wanted a 1/3 endo for 10 years, ever since I started collecting. I've almost bought the Cinema Cat one many times, never did. It was just very expensive. Plus, it was kind of small. It's like 24 inches. This one's more like 30. This is the definite Terminator 1/3 scale. It's pretty much perfect, in my opinion. It captures that, scene when you first see the endo at the beginning of T2. You have multiple poses, multiple heads, perfect base. It's a perfect endo for me. So I'm extremely excited. Of course, I got the Arnold. I did go with the deluxe version, not the one with the real hair. I wanted it to match the T1000, of course. But we got this on pre-order through Prime 1. as well as the T1000, of course. So I got both of them. They'll be pairing together, literally right next to me. You know, the Terminator wall's right next to my couch. So I'll be looking at all these pieces all the time. I am so excited to get this line. It is one of the best 1/3 scale lines Prime One's done. Abe Sapien. So I'm technically on waitlist with this guy, but my waitlist will convert. I've got confirmation. I actually thought he was shipping soon, but he is a few more months out, I heard. So he's more like towards the end of the year. Hellboy Bust, I got on PO locked in. So that one's, going to ship in the next few months. Z Warriors, this is my final Dragon Ball Z piece I have on pre-order. So very excited to get this. It's, the best DBZ statue ever made. I mean, KD Goku vs. Vegeta is a very close second, but ultimately you just can't beat 9 characters in one with all the swap outs. Abe Sapien life-size bust. So I'm in the process of getting this. I don't actually have it like paid for or anything like that. I'm on waitlist. My waitlist will convert October 10th is what they said, and that's the 5th today. So yeah, this will be arriving like next week or the week after. But this is definitely coming home. It's literally going to go right there next to Pale Man. But we're going all in on this line. I've decided, in general with all my ECC lines, I'm very happy with them. They, stand, like they don't age. They look freaking amazing. The lines are some of the best ever. So I've always wanted a Hellboy line. I had my quarter scale and I always wished it was 3rd scale. I always wished I had a good life-size bust. I almost bought the Sideshow crappy one many times, but I'm very glad ECC made it. I think they did a great job. So this is paid for and should be shipping any day now. This is on pre-order and should be shipping this month. This I'm currently in the process of trying to acquire. I'm just finding it very difficult to find someone to sell it to me. So, I've been trying through multiple US and international sellers, but nobody wants to sell it for, they just don't want to sell it, even though it's technically available. All right, and I don't technically have this on pre-order, but I do plan to buy this unless a different Gollum bust comes out that's under like 24 inches. This one is like 20 inches tall. It's silicone, fantastic likeness. It looks great. The price is reasonable, $1,000. So this is something I definitely, am planning to buy. Now, word on the street is this is going to go up for PO later this month. So finally, Sawakas, because I need this obviously to go next to my Hellboy bust. So I will be pre-ordering this day 1. And plus, it probably won't ship until Q2 2025. Gives me time to save because these are typically $3,000 pieces. But I 1,000% will be buying this. Hellboy 1/3 by ECC. Yeah, so that is pretty much it until we get some additional, pre-orders in official statues. Word on the street from what I'm hearing, Queen doesn't have Marvel license anymore. And so if that's the case, I'm pretty much done with like my Marvel bust wall. I mean, I was kind of hoping they might do a Hawkeye bust and I could sell that and get Hawkeye, but if, they don't have the license anymore, then, my Marvel wall's done. I thought they were going to do a Wolverine and Deadpool bust. Guess we're not getting that. So if we're not getting that, technically I could go buy the old Wolverine bust and get the Sideshow Deadpool bust I used to own and do my setup there. But I don't know if I would do that simply because that Wolverine bust has lots of issues. Deadpool bust is comic and I wanted a movie. So I may just keep this as this so I don't have to worry about selling them. And it's highly unlikely we're ever going to get a Hawkeye quarter scale. So this room is probably this is it for this room. It's like, I was planning to get Iron Studios, Wolverine, and Deadpool, but I won't buy them unless I get a bust to go with it. So if there's no bust, I'm not buying them. And you guys know here in the video game room, a lot of what's going to go in here depends on the next Prime 1 Next Level showcase. You know, because they're going to do a lot of third scale. There might be Final Fantasies, you know. Z Warriors obviously is going here. Last of Us 1 there. Eventually, Black Myth Wukong will go here. I will buy J&D Stellar Blade, you know, as long as likeness is perfect. And depends on the costume. If the costume sucks, I won't buy it. So they need to do, you know, I don't want the nude costume. I want first costume or last costume. Pretty much those two. If it's a different one, I probably won't buy it. So we'll see, though. But I do want a Stellar Blade, Wukong, you know, and then eventually Ragnarok 1/4 by Prime 1. Those are like the most important things. And Final Fantasy 7, of course. And Resident Evil 4, Ada Wong. That's definitely something I want to get. So, yeah, that's like the main things for this video game room. I mean, obviously I don't have space for KD anywhere in this display. Video games, I'll probably eventually have to sell MK 4th scale if we get all the statues I want. Like if Prime 1 announces 1/4 Final Fantasy 7, price is reasonable, and I'm like, all right, I need the space, you'll see a for sale video on MK. But, you know, it's possible they may not do Final Fantasy 7, or if they do it and all of a sudden the price is $5,000 each statue, I'm like, yep, not paying that. So the Next Level showcase is so incredibly crucial to me. Like, it is probably the most important showcase ever. At one point, I thought of doing KD Goku versus Vegeta in here. I don't know if it would even fit. It's probably too deep. You know, of course, I do want the Neytiri bust, but I don't know exactly where I would put it. You guys know Witch King bust here. Frodo will go down there with the Gollum bust, and then Gandalf there. You know, but unless we sell some things, we're just so out of space. You know, and I don't want to add any more shelves, or I don't want it to look any more cluttered than it already is. So, yeah, this room, I mean, some thoughts have come into mind of potentially selling these, but then I'm like, are you effing crazy? You know, like I said, I mean, you could technically like bundle those two together and put Boromir, Frodo, and the Gollum bust. You could even put the Gollum bust here at foot. You know, but I could technically put, you know, Boromir there and Frodo, and then put the orcs like in the background, like their background. So those aren't, you know, crucial to have good angles. So, I mean, I might get Boromir. I want to see what other quarter scale Lord of the Rings statues Prime 1 will do. You know, they're obviously doing that cave troll, but that thing is ginormous. And unless I want to throw it on a mid-room shelf, which I do not want to do, I just don't have the space for that. Anything that ever goes this mid-room shelf just can't be tall. I've come to realize that. Like, it can't be taller than like 20 inches. Because if it is, it starts to bug me. You know, like, if it's a 20-inch statue, it won't bug me. But anything that's even just like 28 inches, it's like, man, that bugs me. Yeah, and obviously all the Terminator stuff's going here. Hellboy there. Selene would go right there. But yeah, folks, that's pretty much it for the pre-orders and kind of what I'm wanting. You know, so, you know, we'll see what the new Prime 1 Next Level showcase, you know, shows us, because that is just so crucial to me. I will definitely be live streaming it. I've heard a lot of good things. We'll see what happens. You know, I had Berserker Predator on pre-order from Prime 1, the third, well, not third, overscaled third scale one. But since I sold my Jungle Hunter, there's no reason for me to get that one. Don't get me wrong, I love that statue to death, but it just doesn't make sense for me to buy it. So I did cancel my pre-order on that. It's officially canceled, not getting it. You know, so Predator, I'm keeping it. Just like this, we're going to have the deep tail bust, call it a day. You know. Anyways, folks, that is it for Flankster's pre-orders. You know, several years ago, you know, like, I would say for about 8 or 9 years, I would always have 30 plus pre-orders. So, you know, I haven't had a Sideshow pre-order in years. I have nothing with PCS. I just have pre-orders through Secret Compass, Spec Fiction, Prime One Direct, and I guess Deep Tell Direct, although they went through some website, but that's pretty much it. Like, those are all my official pre-orders through those websites. I haven't ordered anything through Sideshow, PCS. As of right now, I do not plan to buy Pumpkinhead 1/3, Species Sill, or The Howling 1/3. I did watch The Howling. I think the movie for the first hour and 30 minutes is 0 out of 10 boring as fuck. The last 20 minutes of the movie is pretty good. I like the look of The Howling. I think it looks really cool. It's a cool looking werewolf. Again, it's not even close to the best werewolf movie. I think Underworld is a billion times better, and the werewolves look cooler. Anyways, folks, that is it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.